Take it. What color? Purple.
Coming off of a very, very, very busiest week of the year for us as a family, and it was a Monday morning. I was upstairs in our bedroom, John and I, our bedroom, where our computer is teaching all the children were up there in the household. We are doing a schooling lesson.
It was a knock on this door last December that brought fear into the lives of the Stowers family here in Lorain County.
Quite a few men just walked through the house. They never really did identify themselves. When I got to the top of the stairs, I looked down and saw a gentleman at the bottom of the stairs, and with his arm and a gun across his arm, facing me up the stairs. First I thought it was a serial killer, and a few seconds went through my mind trying to figure out what to do with the children, how to get them away from the children, and how to somehow let them know that they need to get out of the house. The best thing for me to do was to go down and try to get him away from the upstairs and away from the children. It's our mother's worst fears passing. I had to try to decide. At first I thought if I go downstairs he'll probably kill me, and then go upstairs and kill them. So what's better? And trying to make that split-second decision, what's the best thing to do here? And the only thing that took me down those steps was thinking, perhaps somehow I can, even if I have to run to get him out, to chase me out of the house, get him away from the children, and perhaps they can somehow, hide or do something. I got halfway down the stairs, and I had someone, I don't know who, pushed this paper in front of me, which then I look down at and I see warrant, and then of course everything changes. And I'm like, what do we have a warrant for, And I try reading it, but I have this man yelling at me to move, and I'm not letting him go up to the children with the gun, because our children were never exposed to anything. And so the only thing I could think of was, I can't let them go up with a gun. And I'm trying to ask him what this is about, and he's yelling at me to read the warrant, and I can't read the warrant and stop him from going up. And I keep asking him, please tell me what's going on here. Please tell me about the warrant. Stop a minute, everybody, and just let me find out what's going on here. And they're pushing past me to get back upstairs. I guess I didn't see, but the children said that there were quite a few upstairs before I came back up that pushed past me. But all I kept focusing on is I'm telling this man, put the gun away. Put the gun away. I'm not bringing my children down till you put this gun away. He pushed past me, and then I went running up after him, and he was at the doorway when I got to the doorway of our bedroom. The children, my oldest daughter had taken all the children to the back corner of the room and told them not to move till I came up. He was calling the children to come, and they didn't move until I came in the room.
For hours, Mr. and Mrs. Stowers, their daughter-in-law Katie, and all of the children were held here in this room. There were 2 officers from the Sheriff's Department watching over them at all times. They had to ask permission to do anything, even use the restroom, and even then they received a police escort. Captain Richard Resendez from the Lorain County Sheriff's Department says that no one was at any time under arrest and that they were free to go.
The people that were there, they could have left, and now they're not a threat to the officers, they're not a threat to themselves. They could have left. Would we have allowed them to come back? Probably not.
And every time our children want to go to the bathroom, we had to ask permission, or when we wanted to feed the children, they give us permission that we was allowed to go feed our children.
So what were they looking for? The search warrant was for all food, records, and computers associated with Manna Storehouse, a community food group headed by the Stower family. This is the Manna Storehouse, where the Stowers would store food they would get for members of their organization from farmers across the state. It was all natural and all organic. Manna is a Hebrew word meaning bread from heaven, and for some members of their organization, the Stowers provided just that.
Able to have options, buy in bulk if I chose, and to have some products available to me that were hard to find in stores around here.
I want to get the best quality food for the best price.
The co-op, to me, that comes from the word cooperative. We kind of cooperate together to get to our homes, to our tables, food that we choose to get.
That we had something really good. We realized that it was very helpful, and all of a sudden that was taken away from us.
I trust those sources more than I do, huge conglomerates. I don't know, the quality of the lives of these animals that are producing the eggs or the milk or the cheese. Where a smaller farmer that the Stowers family has made contact with and checked out, I figure those are healthier animals. I'm getting a better product.
They bagged up everything and put it all in that trailer.
And we were concerned at the end. I mean, this started at probably between 11 and 11:30 in the morning. We had a period of time where we needed to feed our animals outside. We weren't allowed to do that. And
the phone rang.
Phone calls we weren't allowed to answer.
Next day, Micah got up and said to me, "Dad, are they going to come and take us today?"
That was the hardest thing. We had to spend hours with little ones just sitting there talking to them about their fear of dying. They were afraid they were going to come back and they were going to shoot us. They were afraid they were going to come back and take them. And we had to talk to them about that. They were afraid that they were going to come back and take everything else that we have. We went through at least 2 weeks of every day having to deal with fears like that. It took months before, it's still to this day, whenever a car pulls up, all of our children were running looking and saying, "I don't know who it is, get mom, get mom." There's just this tension in there. You know, you'd see someone pull up and everyone would jump. You'd hear a knock at the doorbell and everyone would jump. This whole thing has changed our family, each one of us individually and as a whole family. It's changed us so much.
Where did it ever show in our past that we needed to be treated that way?
The one question remaining is if the Stowers will ever see their food again. The Lorain County General Health District says they don't have the answer for that and that we will have to go to the prosecutor's office. It didn't fare any better. There still is no answer on where the Stowers food is located right now. But Mrs. Stower remains hopeful.
We've made it change us in a positive way, that somehow it can change other people in a more positive way. And not just the people who are involved in what we do here, but the whole community.
Reporting for the Buckeye Institute, I'm Lynn Walsh.